You seem to be home late lately.
I'm busy with work. You don't have to ask me that.
But you weren't this late before. Are you sure it's just work?
You don't trust me? You're lucky you're at home, aren't you?
That's not true. I'm busy working from home too. Don't talk to me like that. I'm worried about you.
I don't need you to worry. All you have to do is take care of the house.
You don't have to talk to me like that. I want you to tell me what's bothering you.
Nothing. Unlike you, I'm working.
I'm working too. Why are you so cold?
You're the one being cold to me. I'm being normal.
You haven't talked to me much lately.
There's nothing to talk about. Talking to you is just stressing me out.
Don't say that. Did I do something wrong?
You didn't do anything. That's the problem. You need to do more.
I'm trying in my own way. What am I supposed to do?
Enough. There's no point in talking to you. Let me concentrate on my work.
Okay. But are you sure you're okay?
You're persistent. It's work. You stay out of it.
I'm sorry. Be careful coming home.
Okay.
Hey, you're really not hiding anything, are you? You've been spending a lot of time on your cell phone lately.
You're really nosy. I'm telling you, it's for work.
But is there any job that requires you to check your phone so often?
I'm just checking the progress of a project with my boss and coworkers. If it bothers you so much, why don't you go somewhere else while I work?
I'm not saying that. I'm just concerned. I just want to talk more about what we're doing.
You're a real pain in the ass. I don't have time for this.
I just want to understand you.
You don't need to understand me. You don't have to meddle.
Why are you talking like that? You used to be nicer to me.
That's because you've changed. Don't rely on me all the time.
I'm not relying on you. I just want to be your support.
I don't need your support. I can do it on my own.
Don't say that. We're a couple and we should want to help each other.
Enough. I have nothing more to say to you. You just worry about yourself.
Okay, but are you sure you're okay?
So persistent. I'll take care of it. You stay out of it.
I'm sorry. Be careful coming back.
Hey, what did you do to my mom?
What? What are you talking about all of a sudden?
I knew you hated her, but I never thought you'd do something like this.
Wait a minute, Matt. I don't know what you're talking about.
I just got a call that Mom was rushed to the emergency room. You did something to her, didn't you?
What? What is that? What did I do to your mother? Is she really in critical condition?
I just got a call from the hospital. She fell down the stairs in our apartment. She's lost a lot of blood. I heard you hurt my mom really bad.
No way.
You ran away, but the neighbors heard the noise and called an ambulance.
I told you it wasn't me. I think she fell down by herself.
When the paramedics arrived, she was still barely conscious and said her daughter-in-law pushed her.
That can't be true.
You thought she'd go to the other side and it would all go away. I know you're playing it cool, but she's coming back to life.
Oh, thank goodness she'll be okay.
Oh, stop it. You don't care about her.
I do.
6 months after you married me, you and Mom fought every time you saw each other.
We're so much alike, it's easy for us to clash, but we get along.
You're 27 and she's 54, twice your age. How can you be close?
I don't know. You're being a little prejudiced. Age has nothing to do with it. I talk things over with my mother-in-law, and there's a lot we understand about each other.
The fighting got heated, and you got physical.
I told you that's not true. My mother-in-law and I really do get along just fine. We have disagreements once in a while, but that happens to everyone, right?
Then where are you right now?
I'm out.
What kind of schedule do you have when you work from home?
I don't work from home all the time. I'll at least take a break. That's exactly what I was planning to do. I was going out with your mother now.
I see. Now I see why Mom was in our apartment.
What? What are you trying to say?
The fight didn't heat up. You were going to get rid of Mom from the start. That's why you pushed Mom down and ran away right away.
What's with that tone? That isn't true. Me and your mother are getting along just fine. Sure, maybe we misunderstood each other at first, but now we're talking things over.
You keep denying it. I can't deal with you. I'm heading to the hospital as soon as possible.
You're on a business trip, right? How are you going to get to the hospital?
I've talked to my boss and arranged to leave. I'll be there in the evening.
I'll come with you. Just tell me which hospital.
I'm not going to tell you. If you come, she might not be able to recover again.
That isn't true.
I don't know. I'll never tell you, you monster.
Why do you doubt me so much? Even if you thought things weren't going well between your mother and me, it's sad to hear you say this.
Sad? My mom is in critical condition because of you. You should be more sorry.
I said it wasn't really me. You have to believe me.
How can I believe you? You're always making excuses.
I'm not making excuses.
I don't care about that. All that matters is that she's okay.
I'm worried about your mother too.
You're just saying that. I'll find out what you did while I was gone.
I told you I didn't do anything. I just took care of the house.
I don't believe a word you say. I'm calling the police, so be prepared.
Why are you hounding me so?
Because you put Mom in danger, of course. You're the one who screwed this whole thing up.
We're a couple, okay? Shouldn't we trust each other?
I don't trust you. I'm done with you.
No, but I think there's still room to talk.
There's no point in talking. It's all your fault.
Okay, but I won't give up. I'll prove the truth.
Suit yourself. I'm not interested in you anymore.
Why do you doubt me so much?
My mom's in critical condition because of you. Of course I don't trust you.
What's wrong, Jenny? I'm worried about you because you're never late without calling. Tell me if something urgent came up. Mother-in-law? Is it you? Yes. What are you talking about? Are you really my mother-in-law? Are you sure it's not an impersonator? Of course not. What's the matter with you, Jenny? You're always so calm. What happened? What do you think? I have no idea. That only works in comic books, right? I thought telepathy would work. I'm sorry, I haven't learned that yet. Oh, really? So, what happened? My husband just called me and told me that you fell down the stairs and are in critical condition. I'm an active career woman. I'm a 54-year-old with the bone density of a 20-something, and I've had physicals at work. I know that. Then you know I wouldn't fall down the stairs, right? According to him, I pushed you down the stairs. Oh no, am I a ghost then? No, why would you deny that you fell down the stairs, but tell him that I pushed you down? I'm kidding. I'm sure you'd find a better way to off me if you really wanted to. What do you think I am? A lovely wife. Liar. Let's get back to the point. You changed the subject. Why would Matthew lie about something like that? He thinks it's true. When in reality, I'm fine. Yes, but he's a mama's boy. Well, yes. You think so too, don't you? Maybe it's because his father passed away early and we were a single-parent family. Or maybe it's because I raised him, but he turned out to be like that. He always says, my mama this, my mama that. I've told him to stop calling me that, but he won't listen to me. That's why he broke up with his girlfriends within a month after dating, right? He ate the lunch she made for him and said, "This doesn't taste like my mama's. It's not right." I remember I yelled back at him, "Then bring me your mom's recipe." I was so afraid that he would never marry. I would talk back, and I don't care if he's an idiot. I'm so glad he found someone like you. I'm also glad that his mom is you. But why does being a mama's boy mean he's not lying? I don't think he'd lie about his mom being in critical condition. I see. Besides, I heard that Matthew got a call from the hospital while he was on a business trip. He didn't see your face. So there really is someone who was injured, but they're a stranger, you mean? I don't know the details, but anyway, I just turned back to the house now. I'm curious too, so I'm heading that way. Mother-in-law, it's bad. What's wrong? I opened the mailbox and found something terrible. What? What is it? I think it's better to see it in person. I'll be right there. I'll be waiting for you. Please be careful. I'll check the mailbox again before you come. Okay, I'll be there as soon as I can. But that Matt, what on earth is he thinking? I really don't get it. I agree. At any rate, I'm so glad you're okay. But I don't know how to resolve this situation. First of all, you need to calmly confirm the facts. Don't let your emotions get the better of you. Yes, mother-in-law. It's reassuring to have you with me. Of course, Jenny. You are family. We're supposed to help each other in times of need, right? Thank you so much. I'll do what I can before you arrive. Thanks. Okay, I'll be on my way.
Hey, Jenny. Sorry it took so long to get back to you. I had to go through all the formalities at the office, and it took a while.
I'm sorry for all the trouble.
It happened so suddenly. I'm sorry for worrying you, too.
As long as I know your mother's okay, I'll be fine.
So, where are you now?
I'm at home since you wouldn't tell me where the hospital is.
I'm sorry about that.
So, how's your mother?
Well, that's the thing. I went to the hospital, and she's fine.
She was in critical condition a few hours ago?
I was wrong about that, apparently. Are you mad at me?
I mean, who wouldn't be angry at being called a criminal?
Of course. She just fell down.
And? You're not even sorry?
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry.
I'll never forgive you.
I'm sorry.
You called me a monster. That really hurt my feelings. It can't end so easily with an "I'm sorry," can it?
I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry, Jenny.
I can't believe you. I'm going back to my hometown for a while.
Your parents passed away. You sold your parents' house. Where are you going?
I'll find somewhere. Don't go into every little thing. I need to be alone right now.
What about your job? I mean, you'll be working from home, but you still need a quiet place, right?
I work from home. I can do it anywhere as long as I have a computer. Don't worry about that.
Are you really leaving? I'd miss you and it will be difficult without you.
I'll be back when my faith in you is restored. I just need some space until then.
Well, okay. But I need you to come back soon.
And if you're really sorry, you're gonna have to work on yourself while I'm gone.
Yeah, okay. I'll reflect on it and I'll reevaluate my behavior while you're gone.
Then fine. I'll see if you really change.
Thanks, Jenny.
I'm counting on you. But if you betray me, it'll really be the end.
I know. I'll never betray you.
Well then, later.
Jenny, are you still in your hometown? When are you coming back? I'm waiting for you to come back.
I don't have to take care of you, and I'm comfortable in this life. I'm wondering if it's okay if I stay here.
Huh? What's that? So, you're not back yet?
No, I'm not.
I've spent the last week alone, reflecting on my life, and I'm hoping you'll come back.
Bullshit.
What?
You haven't reflected on anything.
That's not true. I spent every day crying over what I said to you.
You did?
That's right, I cry at all hours.
With that woman you've been hanging out with?
Huh?
When you say crying, do you mean the sound of her moaning and wailing? That's disgusting.
What?
How can you say you're sorry for what you did?
Why are you...
What? I've been watching you from outside your apartment every day to make sure you're really sorry.
No way, you did that?
Do you want me to show you a picture of you walking up the stairs of your apartment with a woman closely following behind?
That's my mom. I was just helping her out.
Oh, really? Are you sure about that?
I'm just worried about her being in the emergency room. I'm letting her stay at my place. The stairs, you see, she said she was scared after what happened, so I was helping her. Did you mistake my massage voice for a sex voice? You're a little conservative, Jenny, aren't you?
Yeah, right. You expect me to believe that excuse?
I'm not lying. I'm still having dinner with my mom.
Really? I'm at a restaurant with your mother right now.
That's impossible. You can't be.
When did your mother learn to make a duplicate of herself?
Wait a minute, what? That's absolutely impossible.
Our lunch was canceled 10 days ago, so we're having dinner today.
You're trying to set me up, but that's not going to happen.
I'm not trying to set you up. I'm just telling you the truth.
You and Mom don't get along, so you're not eating together.
Oh, really? You don't know anything about our relationship, do you?
What's your point?
Your mother and I have talked it over. We've cleared up all the misunderstandings. That's why we have dinner together.
I don't believe that. You're lying, aren't you?
I'm not lying. I'd like to show you the proof. But you wouldn't believe me anyway.
I don't believe you. You always lie like that.
I'm not lying. And your mother can prove that I'm here too.
Why are you sending me those pictures?
To show you the truth. To prove to you that I'm not lying.
I don't believe a word you say.
Then we have nothing more to talk about. I'm going to have fun with my mother-in-law. Please don't bother me.
Damn, what the hell is going on?
Wow, a group chat. This is fun, isn't it? Hey, mother-in-law. This is no time to joke around. Oh, that's right. I have something I have to tell you.
Mom!
But I'm not supposed to be able to split myself in two. I'm still practicing. What in the world are you trying to accomplish by mastering telepathy and duplicating yourself?
What?
Inside joke, don't mind me. So, who are you sitting next to, Matt? Are you going to keep on mumbling? I'll answer for you.
Huh?
Please do. Her name is Tara Taylor, 56, single, with whom Matthew had an affair.
How do you know her name?
10 days ago, she fell down the stairs of our apartment and called an ambulance.
So you know that too?
Matthew must have mistakenly thought it was you and contacted me, didn't he? How did that happen? She told the neighbor's wife, who rushed to the house right after the fall. Call Matt, his wife pushed me. That's consistent with Matt's initial statement. And when she gave them Matthew's phone number, she lost consciousness. Okay, I get it. So this is where the neighbor's wife called the ambulance. That's right. And that wife thought the cheating woman was Matthew's mother. That's what she told the paramedics who came to the scene. She's 55 years old. No wonder they thought so. I'm just guessing from here, but when Matt arrived at the hospital in the evening, "Mama!" and he rushed to her, it turned out to be his mistress instead. That's why he called you, Jenny, in a hurry. Well, at that point, I was at home with my mother-in-law.
What? You were?
I knew that the one at the hospital was your mistress.
Really?
Well, here's the question. How did I know?
I don't know.
I'll give you a hint.
What?
I wonder why that lady was at Jenny's house.
What kind of a detective are you?
I'm just trying to liven things up.
Mom is such a character.
Every woman has a dark side.
I've never seen you joke around like that.
She's like this with me all the time.
What? You guys really get along?
So, what were we talking about? Why the lady was in our apartment. Oh yeah, that's right. It was to expose the affair to me.
What?
That day, she made the mailbox full of photos and evidence of the affair and how she was the one Matt should be with. 20 sheets of paper that day in our mailbox that showed how much better suited she was for Matt.
That many?
Starting with, "Break up with him as soon as possible," and "He won't marry me because of you." And that was just the beginning. She cursed me out in unspeakable language.
No way.
What did she tell you about coming to the house?
She said she was curious to know what kind of house I lived in, so she snuck in and she fell down.
She didn't sneak in. She wrote a letter saying, "I'm going to take him from you. I'm going to take him away from you." It was a declaration of war.
Why did she do that?
Because I was in the way. She even tried to frame me as the one who pushed her down the stairs.
Well, I was too busy consoling her to ask why she lied about being pushed by you.
Why don't you ask her now?
She's sleeping now, saying her head hurts from the fall.
So, was it true that she was in critical condition?
No. The hospital said, "Your mother was brought in by ambulance." I panicked and assumed she was in critical condition.
If you can't communicate in a hurry when something happens, you'll never work at a company.
That's okay.
Well, I'm glad she's not in critical condition, so I can file a claim without feeling guilty.
What?
What's with the crazy look on your face?
You can't see my face because it's through text.
But you have one, don't you?
What do you mean?
You're making a face like that.
That's...
I'm divorcing you.
Wait a minute. Don't make plans like that on your own.
You have no right to say anything about it.
I've got reasons.
I'll listen to you as a last act of mercy.
It's not that I was unhappy in our marriage.
You're the ideal wife. You're perfect at your job and housework, and you're always giving your opinion to your mother-in-law. You're not happy with my opinion? I told you I'm fine with fast food, but you said something about high blood pressure. You brought me to a French restaurant that sells low-sodium food. If you keep complaining, I'll cancel the special dessert I reserved. Oh, my, Jenny, you're looking very pretty today. Did you do something new with your hair? Uh-huh, that's what I thought.
You're sitting together, right? Do you have to text like that?
I can't speak loudly because the other guests are dining quietly.
Then you don't have to force me to communicate.
So, if you weren't unhappy with me, why did you cheat on me?
Since I married you and moved out of my parents' house, I don't get to see my mom anymore.
No, it's a 10-minute drive from my house to your mother's house. You can go there anytime you want.
Don't come home so often. You're married now. If you have time for that, spend time with your wife. She gets angry at me.
She's a nice, nagging mother-in-law who won't come between husband and wife. Isn't there one word that can be omitted there? What? Nice?
Don't start another weird conversation.
Ha!
If you're going to be like that, I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
I told you that you don't have the right to make the decision, so just start talking, you idiot.
Okay. To distract myself from the loneliness of not seeing my mom, I talked to a lady the same age as my mom who works part-time at a supermarket.
Well, that's not so bad.
Every time I went to the supermarket, I talked to her. Before I knew it, we became friends, and she invited me over to her house to have a relationship.
That's a big problem all at once.
I felt very safe with her because she was a very receptive and different from my mom.
Then why didn't you just leave me at that point and remarry her?
Because at her age, it's not easy to have a baby.
Are you saying that I'm just a tool for your genes?
No, you're not. I love you too, you know. I like spicy food and sweet food.
No one eats cotton candy and chili at the same time just because they like both.
I do.
I realize that.
Oh, right.
I'm divorcing you and I'm going to charge you and your cheating girlfriend full alimony.
I don't want to divorce. If I have to choose, it's Jenny. I'd rather leave Tara than get a divorce.
What? Really? Then we're back together, right?
Yes, that's right.
Of course not.
What?
Pretending this whole thing never happened and we're still married like we always have been is beyond ridiculous.
Mama!
Are you talking to me?
Who else could it be?
I don't know.
The reason this happened is because you pushed me away. Convince Jenny if you're close.
I'm not joking now. Turn over all your property and pay the alimony she's asking for. What? Really?
What? Mom is not on my side?
A man who betrays his wife is not my son, and I'm cutting myself off from you as of today.
You're lying, right? I'm serious.
I'll never let you come over again.
No, don't. I'm not going to let you do that. You're everything to me. You make up 70% of who I am, and I can't live without you. So don't leave me, Mom.
That's many times more powerful than his refusal to divorce. Well, if you do exactly what I just told you, I'll let you come over sometimes.
You mean alimony and property division?
Yes, that's right.
I'll pay. I'll give you all my savings, and I'll borrow money to pay alimony as much as you want.
Then give me $80,000, which is just barely what you can afford.
I'll go into debt right away.
And tell that slut MILF to pay up. From now on, you support me.
You want me to marry her?
You can do whatever you want with that, but just keep an eye on her.
I'll keep an eye on her.
Now I don't have to worry about her resenting me, and we're all happy.
I really want to make things right with Jenny, but no.
No.
Jenny, I'm really sorry. I was wrong. Please give me another chance.
I can't forgive you so easily. Your betrayal left a deep scar, you know. I'll mail you the divorce papers, and we'll go through the proper procedures for alimony and property division. I'll be sending you the documents, so please submit them within 3 days of receiving them.
Don't say that. Jenny, please trust me.
Trust you? After you doubted me and threw such horrible words at me?
I'll never do anything like that again, so please come back. I'm truly and sincerely sorry.
I don't care if you say so.
I'll prove it. I'll do anything to make you believe in me again.
Anything? Then what exactly are you going to do?
First, I'm going to completely cut all ties with the person I cheated on you with. I'll never contact or see her again.
That's not enough. What are you going to do with your mother? Can you reconcile with her?
She's not going to change her mind about cutting herself off from me.
I'm sure you're right. Your mother must be just as tired and hurt by the lies as I am. I just can't forgive you, can I?
Oh no.
I can't forgive your betrayal. There's no way we can start over again.
No. Jenny, please. I need you.
All you need is a convenient existence, right? I'm not going to play that role anymore.
Please, just one more time.
It's no use. I'm done with you. Get out of my life.
Jenny, I'm really sorry.
Don't ever get involved with me again.
Jen.
There's no place for you in my life anymore. So, goodbye. I'll forget about you, but I wish you happiness. After that, my divorce from Matthew was successfully finalized. Matt had to pay the property division and alimony, but he had little savings because he had been spending money on Tara. He had to pay the price for his foolishness. Somehow, the affair with Tara became a rumor in the company. He finally left the company voluntarily because he couldn't stand the looks from his colleagues. He is now living with Tara. Do you think he's trying to get a new job for her? Well, it doesn't really matter to me. My mother-in-law and I have continued to have a good relationship since then. At first, we had some misunderstandings about each other, but now we can trust each other wholeheartedly. My mother-in-law has also reflected on the incident with Matthew and is very grateful to me. We sometimes have lunch together and talk about our future lives. As I begin my new life, I felt like a burden had been lifted from my heart by being away from Matt. I'm so relieved that I can now pursue my own happiness.
You're no longer of any use to me. Let's get a divorce because the company and I don't need you anymore. What's with the divorce all of a sudden? It's not sudden. I've been thinking about it for a while. I've been thinking about divorcing you as soon as we pay off the company's debt and get back on track. The business is growing and we're getting more clients. And what are you talking about? I don't want you running the company anymore. You keep making me do more and more work and making me have to do more and more annoying tasks. You're always sending me out to do business meetings with clients. You make me do all kinds of annoying things. It's your job to go to business meetings with clients. You're the president's son, right? You should take the initiative. Even though it's a family business, you're still an employee of this company. It's your job to go out and get more clients. I don't want to do that anymore. What do you mean? I don't have to work since my mom can transfer money into my bank account. So there's no reason for me to work. How lazy are you? As soon as your father went into the hospital and your mother took over the business, the company almost went bankrupt since you're being lazy, remember? And with your mother, how is she thinking about that? Don't speak ill of my mother. She's practically the president of the company now. You know what happens when you speak ill of the president, don't you? Me and Mom can just sit on the couch in the office and that's all we have to do. We can just chill all day. How much of a child are you? What's with that tone? You fell for me first, didn't you? Huh? You were at my client's company and you came hitting on me. I could tell you had a crush on me. That was a long time ago, you know. Back then, you were kind and manly, and you were sincere about your work. Looking back, your attitude changed when my brother took over my father's company. Because back then, my father was the president of the company, and he was very strict about many things. He told me to greet people willingly, to visit clients more often, to write more detailed daily reports, and so on. He gave me one job after another. So if I married you, I thought I could become the president of your company. And yet, it was a terrible mistake.
I knew you'd say something like that.
I never thought your brother would take over the company.
My father's company is a software development company. I wasn't really interested in that. I told you I work in the apparel industry because I like customer service.
But you ended up quitting.
That's because your mother wanted me to help out your father's company, right? She told me that since I was your wife, it is only natural that I should help her with her company. I was never unhappy with my previous job.
But you agreed right away. Well, you were looking for an excuse to quit because you couldn't do the job anyway, right? You are just in time for that.
I'm very grateful to and respect your father. When my father passed away, your father told me to think of him as my father. His kindness meant so much to me. He was asking me to do something for him, so I wanted to help.
Okay. Our company is so lame.
There's nothing lame about the company.
We're a food wholesaler, so our customers are farmers, supermarkets, and other low-key places. I wish we had cooler clients. I can't even get excited about this.
A company is a company, no matter what kind of work you do. As long as you're an employee, you should be working hard to promote sales.
Isn't it enough that only employees do the hard work? As the next president of the company, I don't have to work. I'm fine with sitting on the couch in the president's office, doing what I want to do, as long as it brings me income.
But all those employees who are working so hard, they're all on minimum wages. Ever since your mother took over as president, good people have been leaving the company.
It's a joke to think that a mere food wholesaler would pay so much.
It's important to have someone who knows the job well to organize the place. What's the point of cutting them off so easily? You gave an important job to a bunch of newbies who were unfamiliar with it. You've broke the machine of an important business partner.
Seriously? That was the worst, wasn't it? They charged us almost $300,000 for compensation. We couldn't afford it, so we had to go into debt. It's a terrible thing, you know?
No. It's normal to pay for what you've broken. Even a child can understand that. That's why I've been working so hard to get your father's company back on track. I even found new staff through all the contacts I've made.
That's right. I'll admit that.
Why are you always so bossy? I still have a lot of training to do to be like your father.
I don't like that you're taking the lead. You're wasting all this money on unnecessary expenses.
Even if you say so, if we don't train new people, we'll end up repeating the same mistakes again, won't we?
You should just let your employees do what they are told. Besides, you've been trying to raise the base salary of the employees. I know because I saw you secretly writing a plan.
They've been working so hard, and we're increasing the number of clients as well. We can't develop good people if we don't give back to our employees.
Don't be silly.
What?
Employees are just grateful to be paid. They should be thankful that they're getting paid. Money for us to live rich is a high priority, right?
Your mother thinks the same way, doesn't she?
Of course. My mom and I have in-depth meetings, you know.
With that kind of thinking, we'll lose another batch of good workers, okay?
What? The business is improving, not because we're getting more contracts. It's because Mom cut labor costs drastically.
What do you mean?
Labor costs are the biggest expense, right? It's natural for a business owner to want to cut back on that. I would have thought you'd know that much since your dad ran a business too.
I know more about running a company than you do. I've always had the company's best interest at heart.
I'm just grateful that you were the last one to get a big contract before the divorce. Good job.
Wait a minute. Don't be so selfish.
What? Don't tell me you don't want to divorce me.
No, it's not that. Your father's getting out of the hospital in a week, right? I want him to take over the contracts I've kept because I only trust your father.
Huh?
If you don't accept that, I can't leave the company.
Then I'll give you a week. But after that, I'll kick you out of the company immediately.
Okay. Then there's one more thing I need to confirm.
What's that?
The company's on the upswing right now. Profits are going up. I just don't see how you can pay back almost $500,000 in debt. Are you sure it's all paid off? Are you lying?
What? Are you doubting me? I paid back my debts. You're so rude. You really piss me off. Don't come home today. I don't even want to see you.
Hey, James. I just came home to get my stuff. I want to ask you something.
What is it? I'm busy.
I checked our joint savings account and there's only a few $100s left. What on earth is going on?
Oh, you didn't know?
Of course not. You didn't say anything, did you? We had $700,000 saved up. What the heck happened?
I'm the one who withdrew it.
Why? What did you do with that much money?
It's obvious. I paid off the company debt. All right. Now that I've paid back the company's debt of $500,000, you're out of my life. We can get a divorce now, right?
Huh? What are you saying?
I used the money for the company, so it's not a problem. When you run a family business, it's not unusual for you to use your savings for that purpose.
That's why you were able to pay it off. You withdrew our savings without consulting me.
Don't be so angry. A company with $500,000 in debt doesn't sound good, does it? It's for the company's image.
So, what happened to the other $200,000?
It's gone.
Huh? What did you spend it on?
I found a nice place where I could live with my mom. We bought a condo. It was cheap and a bargain.
There's no way you spent all of it when we haven't even discussed the division of property yet. That's absolutely crazy.
I was so stressed out that you were always acting all high and mighty about the company. I was so pissed off that I just had to spend it all at once. Thanks to you, I've been able to get rid of all my stress.
I can't believe it. I'm going to tell your father. I was going to visit him anyway.
Visiting? You don't have to go visit him.
Why not?
Because you've already been fired and the divorce papers have been filed.
What? I didn't sign any divorce papers.
I signed the divorce papers on my own. I was surprised that it was accepted so easily.
Are you serious? Are you kidding?
I don't say this as a joke.
Do you know that it's a criminal act to write and submit divorce papers without other person's signature?
I already decided to divorce you. You're out of the house already, so there's no problem.
I moved out of the house because you kicked me out. Why are you in such a hurry to get a divorce? You were too abrupt.
Actually, my girlfriend told me she wants to marry me.
Huh?
Of course, we're not officially married yet. I was going to wait until my dad gets out of the hospital in a week. But yesterday, she said she really wants to get married.
So you forged divorce papers and submitted them?
That's right. Ha 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 ha.
I'm so shocked. How long have you been dating her?
More than 3 years. We met when we went out for drinks in town. She was so cute that I was swooning over her.
Does that mean you were dating before we got married?
I guess so, but it was more like she was my true love.
What?
I married you because I thought I would surely become the president. But you failed me spectacularly, though. That's why you're no longer of any use to me.
All you care about is money and status. Why would I ever fall in love with someone like you? I hate myself.
Say what you want. I wanted to make easy money and live a life of fun, but you can't do it. You're a hard-headed person.
Are you always such a bum?
Don't call me a bum. I'm just being honest with myself.
Hey, you've been seeing her for a long time. Are you hiding the fact that you're married? That's not going to work.
It's none of your business. Don't get all backward just because I divorced you. Her father is the president of an IT company. If I marry her, my dream will finally come true. How could I miss it?
You cheated on me for years, forged divorce papers and filed them. And more, you also drained all the money from our joint savings. It's too late if you regret, okay?
Come on. Think about me too. It's too embarrassing to tell her that I have debt, right? Besides, it's our savings, so it's my money too. Don't talk to me like that.
That's a very selfish thing to say.
Don't even think about claiming for alimony, okay? Well, you can't do that, can you? Statute of limitations is 3 years. I know that.
I understand. I'll get a divorce, but I'll only hand over the last big contract I got to your father. So until then, you have to let me be involved with the company.
Yeah, about that. Mom said she doesn't want him to come back to the company because he's a bit of a pain in the neck.
Huh? What do you mean?
She said she's divorcing my dad.
What?
Well, you and Dad are no longer needed in this company. Don't worry. Mom will take over that big contract.
Wait, then cancel that contract.
Huh? What are you talking about now? You don't have the authority to make that kind of decision. Just get out of my company already. Your presence is annoying.
I get it. You don't know anything, do you?
What?
You'd better be ready for this.
I don't need a loser to tell me that. Hey, what's this all about? It was you, wasn't it? What the heck did you do to me? Answer me. I know you're looking at this text.
You're being a little rough. What's the matter?
What's the matter? What's wrong with you? We've been getting calls one after the other from people wanting to terminate our contracts. What did you do?
Me? I can't be involved with the company anymore, but I'm allowed to make one last round of greetings. That's the polite thing to do as an adult.
Why would they terminate your contracts just because you're leaving the company? That's strange.
Huh? Haven't you noticed? Since your mother took over the company, there was a compensation problem, and your company's reputation was very bad.
That's because of all those useless employees, right? That has nothing to do with our company.
Our clients have been with us since your father was president of the company, and the new ones I've signed on with, okay? Because you and your mother keep slacking off, I visited the clients many times and proposed improvements. Somehow, they managed to keep the contract until today.
I don't know about that. It's not just the clients. The employees are all submitting their resignations. What the heck is going on?
Of course, I told the employees that I'm leaving. It's only natural to inform the employees who have been so helpful to you, right? If I'm causing such a situation by quitting, it means they don't trust you and your mother, right? It's a message from the employees that they can't keep up with you guys, isn't it?
We're paying these people who can only do simple jobs. Why are they quitting? Shouldn't they be thanking me instead of quitting?
I've felt for a long time that you and your mother are still not cut out to run a business. I know because I've seen my father, brother, and your father's management policies and attitudes.
Don't get cocky. It's strange that a customer who signed a new contract with my mom would terminate the contract. Why don't they just continue the contract?
Because you kicked me and your father out of that company, didn't you?
If that's the reason, I'll convince my mom not to divorce him. I'll ask my father to come back to this company.
That's impossible.
Why not?
Actually, me and your father are making the rounds right now.
Did he get out of the hospital?
I told you when he got out, didn't I? You only think about yourself, so you probably forgot anyway.
I haven't heard anything from my father.
You and your mother haven't even visited him in the hospital once. You do whatever you want at work. Your father says he's divorcing your mother because he's completely fed up with you guys.
If he decides something as important as that on his own, it's not good for my mother either. Anyway, let's go back home and talk about it once.
I'm sorry, but your father and I are busy. We don't have time for you. If there's anything I can do, I'll call you.
What do you mean if there's anything you can do?
I'm totally open to a divorce, but I'm going to sue you for forging the divorce papers.
Why would you do that? Since we're getting a divorce, let's just end this without a problem.
No. What you did was a criminal act, okay? I'm not gonna let you go.
Why are you so uptight? You're always so uptight all the time.
Say what you want about me. Still, a crime is a crime. Also, I'm going to tell my lawyer that even I ask you to let me stay involved with the company until I'm done passing over my job, you fired me for your own selfish reason. I'll have your mother to take the blame for the wrongful termination.
Wait a minute. Don't do that. If it becomes a big deal, my girlfriend's father will find out.
Doesn't he know anything about this?
I'm going to tell him that we met and got married right after the divorce.
That's selfish of you.
Mom could have taken over the big contracts. There was no reason for you to stay at the company, was there? What do you mean wrongful termination?
You've been spending every day at the company like a loser. You don't know anything about any of this? The big contract is with my brother's company.
What?
I asked my brother because I wanted to give our employees as much experience as possible. But he said if neither me nor your father are involved, then the contract is off.
Why? You guys are the only ones I don't trust. No company is going to continue the contract with someone they don't trust.
I'm sure the other companies ended their contracts for the same reason my brother's company did. I told you should be prepared for that.
Well, okay.
What?
If I marry my girlfriend, I'll be the president of the company afterwards. I'm not in any trouble.
About her? I was a little concerned, so I had the credit agency check her out.
Huh? Did you do something to her? I won't forgive you if you do anything to get her in trouble.
I haven't done anything yet.
What do you mean, yet?
I got her name, her company, and her address. I'm going to tell her you're a married man.
Why would you do that? You have no right to interfere with my fresh start, okay?
You? How can you say such a thing after deceiving people? Let me tell you something. The statute of limitations for cheating is not 3 years from the start of the relationship. It's 3 years from the discovery of the affair, so keep that in mind.
What? Since you found out?
That's right. Since I only recently found out about the affair, of course you'll have to pay alimony, and she'll probably charge you alimony too.
Oh no. What's going to happen to the condo we bought to make it our new home?
I don't know. Why don't you just put it towards alimony? Then I'll ask for half of the money from our joint savings account back. So that's what I'm going to do.
There's no way I have that kind of money.
Whatever you want to do with your life from now on is your business. I'll make sure you pay the alimony and half of the joint savings that you spent.
Of course that's impossible. I'm not marrying her anymore. I'll do whatever you say. Just give me another chance. I'll go ahead and take down the divorce too.
Huh? Don't do anything unnecessary. You disrespect your company's valuable employees and did selfish things. Who would live with a man who divorces on his own? Don't make fun of me.
Don't say that. I don't want to be in debt anymore. Me and my mom were wrong. Please. Please forgive me.
After that, he and I both successfully got divorced. As I said, I demanded alimony from James and his girlfriend. She, who thought she could marry James, was furious at the alimony claim. Not to mention the fact that she dumped him so easily. Her father, who could not tolerate his daughter being mocked, tried to destroy James' company. The company had already lost most of its business partners. Under pressure from her father, the company went bankrupt without a hitch. In addition, James was arrested for forgery of documents. He had to pay alimony to her as well as alimony to me. He has been working part-time morning, noon, and night to make ends meet. The condo that he and his mother used to live in together was sold to settle the money he spent on joint savings. They are now living quietly together in an old motel in the outskirts of town. I heard that his mother is also working part-time to make ends meet. I guess she's being punished for disrespecting her employees. His father and I have decided to start a new company. My brother's company, as well as other companies that I have done business with before, have all agreed to do business with us. His father and I are both relieved. I am determined to work even harder for the sake of my respected father.
Guess what, Emma? I quit my part-time job.
What? How many times have you done this? And it's only been 2 days this time. How many times do I have to tell you not to quit?
I don't think it was the right job for me. I was an elite salesperson, and now some woman who's just a little over 20 is telling me what to do.
Of course! No matter what kind of work you've done in the past, you're still a freshman to the workplace. You're still in the training period, so it's only natural that they teach you how to work there. Isn't that how work is supposed to be?
I understand that, but she is so bossy every time. When I ask her a question, she sighs like I'm an annoying person or something. I was just asking a question because I didn't understand. I am older than her, so she should at least show some respect.
Maybe she was thinking the same thing.
Huh?
Maybe your attitude was not good either.
Are you saying I'm the bad guy here?
I'm not, but you need to have a little patience. Not everything is going to go your way. I told you that when you left the company, didn't I?
I know.
You don't understand. That's why I have to keep repeating the same thing over and over again. You haven't even had one part-time job that lasts long. I think you'd better find a real job as soon as possible.
Don't rush me like that. I want to take my time to find a job that suits me.
I understand that, but we have a life too. My income alone is not enough to support us, so I need you to get a job soon. In fact, we're running out of money.
That's why I'm working part-time, just to make ends meet.
But it hasn't lasted more than 2 days so far. I wonder if you don't have any social skills.
Are you making fun of me? I can't believe it. Fine, I'll look for a job right now.
Hey, Carlos, where are you?
I just got back home.
I just got a call from your manager. I heard you got into a big fight with a customer.
Yeah, that was the customer's fault, no matter how you look at it. He was being so unreasonable. I was so mad. He said he's going to sue the store because of my attitude. There's no way I'm going to let him do that.
I understand how you feel, but they're the one who's paying you to work.
Everything you do or say represents the store. You can't just start a fight with customers. You could have a lawsuit on your hands. I was shocked when I heard what happened. I didn't do anything serious. I just threatened him. That's all. It's the same thing either way. But I didn't hit him. That's not the point. The customer seemed a well-mannered guy, so it looks like he forgave you. But apparently, he gave the manager a pretty stern lecture because of you. Did you even apologize properly? Why do I have to apologize? It's not my fault. I think I saved the reputation of the store. He should be thanking me. How much of a child are you? He said you don't have to come to work tomorrow. You mean I'm fired? I guess. Oh, that's great. I can't work in a place where they fire a man like me. I was thinking about leaving anyway, so it's a perfect timing. Carlos, that's not the way I want you to think. That's why you didn't last long at your last job, isn't it? What are you going to do? Huh? Are you saying that I should endure and work even if I feel bad? I'm not saying that, but don't you think you need to work a little harder? After all, the last company you applied to also rejected you at the interview, didn't they? Are you making fun of me again? I'm not. But how many times have you got fired from? It's clearly your attitude that's getting you fired. You've been out of work for 5 months now. As you can see, my income alone is not enough. I understand. That's why I'm doing my best to get a part-time job while I'm job hunting too. But the part-time job you start won't even last a week. To be honest, it doesn't even cover our living expenses. I have to work overtime and cut into my savings to make ends meet. I want you to understand how hard I'm working. I understand. Do you really understand? I'm going to start job hunting even harder tomorrow. Of course you will. Carlos, what are you thinking? You've been causing trouble at work one after another. This time, it's the other guy's fault. He deserved it. You were hired because of your friend. I was so relieved you finally found a good job. How could you do this to him? It's his fault. He's always making fun of me. Even though we're friends, there are things you're allowed to say and things you're not allowed to say. What the hell are you thinking about? What's going on? I was just doing my work as usual. Then he said something that pissed me off. What did he say? First, he was grinning at me. And then he said, "You're lucky to have a wife to support you. You can live off of a part-time job and your wife's earnings." I'm working so hard, and that's what he said to me, and I got mad. He was making fun of me in front of everyone. But it's true, isn't it? I've practically been supporting you since you left the company. You just have to accept that. I can't forgive him even if he is my friend, you know? He got 5 stitches in his wound, you know that? He fell on his own and cut his hand with a tool. But you caused that, didn't you? If you hadn't done anything to him, he wouldn't have fallen. That's the kind of thing he can file a damage report for, you know? It's not my fault. It was him who made fun of me in the first place. It's his fault for looking down on me. You can't be violent for any reason. You're the one who put your hands on him first. It's your fault. You're my wife, right? And yet, you're taking his side against me? You want to make me the bad guy? That's not true. He forgave you because I apologized a lot. Well then, that settles the matter, doesn't it? Don't you know the meaning of the word remorse? He asked me to take care of the medical bills and the cost of the broken parts instead of filing a damage report. And it cost about $2,000. That is a huge deficit. I'm so tired of it. Huh? I'm the one who's tired. I've been working from one job after another while being made fun of, And that's because you keep forcing me to do so. What? Don't try to turn this around on me. If you didn't nag me so much, I could live in peace. You're unbelievable. What have I been working so hard for? I've been working overtime, taking care of you, and doing the housework every single day. We're a married couple, isn't it natural? And what are you doing? What have you done for me? You quit your job so easily, you didn't even keep your part-time job. And above all, I had to pay for all the bills you have caused. You cost me nothing but trouble. Can you call us a married couple? Come on, Emma. That's enough. I'm getting out of the apartment. What are you talking about? If you leave, who's going to do all the housework? You'll live in peace without me, right? Do whatever you want. Can't you even take a joke? I'm way over my limit now. I'm going to have to think about divorcing you, so please, keep that in mind. Don't say divorce based on such temporary feelings. It's not temporary. I've been thinking about it for almost 5 months. You're going to leave me knowing I don't have a job? What can I say to you? I can't take care of you any longer. What? The apartment is in my name, so if we get a divorce, I'm going to have you leave. I think you'd better start packing. Oh no, I'm not getting a divorce. I don't even want to think about it. I've seen so much of who you really are over the past 5 months. After all, I was only babysitting you, wasn't I? I'm sick of it. Why do you keep blaming me? I don't understand. Because you only keep causing trouble. Your part-time job only lasts a few days. You get fired for being a jerk to customers. You hurt your friends at work. You never get a decent job. Nothing good will come from being with you. Don't say that. I'm doing my best. Why did I even marry you? It wasn't supposed to be like this. Fine. Then don't come back to this apartment. How can you say that about an apartment that's in my name? But fine. I'm never going back there. Where are you going? You got a place to go? I'm not going to tell you. I just want to be alone without you. Emma, answer me as soon as you can. Are you at work? I'm in a lot of trouble. My mom passed away. Hi. I'm telling you that my mom passed away. Why didn't you answer me? Because I never heard anything about it. That's why I texted you. It was sudden. Dad's stunned. So I'm the one doing all the contacting and formalities. Your father doesn't know we're separated? I can't talk to him about that right now. Well... Anyway, I don't want you to tell my dad until after the funeral. I'm worrying about him. The wake is tonight and the funeral's tomorrow. Anyway, I need you to be at the wake. I'll text you the time and place. Emma, what are you doing? I told you the time of the wake. I told you to come early because I need your help. What the hell are you doing? Did I say I was coming? What are you talking about? My mom passed away, okay? How can you say that? I didn't think you were that irresponsible. I'm divorcing you, you lousy wife. Sounds great. And guess what? I'm having tea with your mother right now. What are you talking about? Of course, I'm talking about your mother. What? Why? I left the apartment and stayed with your parents the whole time. Huh? I told them everything that's been going on. Why would you do that? Because they're your parents, and they need to know about the divorce. Are you serious? Of course I'm serious. You just said I'm divorcing you, you lousy wife. That was just a figure of speech. You even lied about your mother passing away. We were just talking why you wanted to text me all of a sudden. Oh my God.
So, why did you text me?
Because I ran out of money. My fridge is empty and I'm starving. That's why I wanted to see you to get some money.
Huh?
Is that why you made up a story like that? I'm really stunned. Don't you even try to work to earn money by yourself? Working doesn't bring in money right away, does it?
It's not about that. It's about how you think. You are such a jerk. I understand that I was a moneymaker for you.
No, that's not what I meant.
I'll leave the completed divorce papers with your parents. When you're done filling them out, you can turn them into the city hall. Your parents will make sure you do that.
Huh? I have to face my parents?
Of course you do. You can't just ignore it.
Oh no.
And just so that you know, they are furious. They're like, what's wrong with him that he quit his job and doing nothing?
Oh my.
And on top of that, you made up a story of your own mother passing away. That isn't funny, you know. She says she won't forgive you. By the way, she's been watching this conversation.
She has?
Well, please come get the divorce papers and get scolded by them. I'm canceling the lease on the apartment at the end of this month, so you'll have to move out by then.
Wait a minute. What am I supposed to do if you do something like that so suddenly?
It's not sudden. I told you that when I moved out of the apartment. I told you if you get divorced, I'll ask you to leave. It's about time you packed your bags, isn't it?
You can't just... You... Think about me a little. I don't even have a job yet.
I've been waiting for almost 6 months. I kept telling you to get a job as soon as possible, but you didn't do it, did you? I can't believe you can't even keep up the part-time job you finally found. I can't help you anymore.
No way.
Well then, I'll leave the rest to your mother, so take care of it.
Wait. Emma, everything that's happened so far is my fault. My wishful thoughts and actions have caused you trouble. I'm sincerely sorry.
Why are you apologizing? You don't have to apologize to me because I have nothing to do with you anymore. And we don't have anything to talk about anymore, so...
Don't be so cold. Since then, my parents have called me several times. I had no choice but to go to my parents' house, and they lectured me for several hours.
Isn't that natural, considering what you have done?
Yes, so I'm sorry. My mother accompanied me, and I even filed for divorce. I just can't give you up yet. Can we start over again?
Huh? Who do you think you are?
My parents broke off their relationship with me and I have nowhere to go. I'm sleeping in a park nearby.
Wow, that's funny. It's good to be able to reflect on who you've been, isn't it?
I've reflected enough. I've changed my mind, and from now on, I'm going to work diligently. So start over with me. Without you, I'm no good.
That's not true, is it?
Huh?
You're no good without my money, right? Seeing as how you still don't work, it's very hard to believe that you're willing to work. If you were truly sorry, you would have already taken some kind of action. I don't think you're sorry if you're sleeping in the park.
I'm telling you, I'm truly sorry, and I realize how important you are to me. Please start over with me.
I can see you are just relying on my income. At least, get a place to live. You're just pretending to be looking for a job and just goofing around, aren't you?
No, that's not it. That's not what I'm doing.
I can see what you're thinking. Who would start over with someone like that?
Don't be so cold. We were married, remember?
I told you, didn't I?
Huh?
That I regret marrying you. And yet, there's no way we'd start over again. Don't ever contact me again.
Emma?
If you contact me again, I'll call the police.
Do you hate me that much? I don't want to see you or hear from you anymore. I'm going to block your account too. Oh no, then you don't have to see me. At least, lend me some money. You've got to be kidding me. After that, Carlos asked his parents for help several times, but they never forgave him. I'll never forget the sad look on his parents' face as they told me that it was their fault for raising him to be that lazy. He asked his friends, seniors, juniors, and anyone else he could think of for money. But of course, they all turned him down. How pathetic can he be? When he finally realized that there was nothing he could do, he had no choice but to start working at a factory with cheap salary. I just hope the work continues. I'm enjoying living on my own. I feel really happy today to be able to use the money I work for myself. Hannah, are you working late again today? Seems like you've been busy these days, huh? Hi, Allison. Actually, I'll be able to go home on time today. That's good to hear. By the way, when did my son go on his business trip? From today. I see. How long do you think he'll be gone for? He's planning to be away for 5 days, so it will be almost a week. Almost a week? Where's the destination? He said New York. Wow, you can do whatever you want during that time. I guess. As soon as he left on a business trip, you're going to go on a spree, aren't you? I don't think so. My life is the same with or without my husband. You can say whatever you want. It's easy to just say it. Allison, please don't talk like that. What time are you going to call him? Around 8 at night. Around 8 at night. Is there something wrong? You keep asking me about his business trip. Why shouldn't a mother worry about her son's business? No, I never said that. You say mean things. As a mother, it's natural for me to worry about my son, isn't it? Yes. You should stop worrying about your work. You need to put some effort into taking care of my son. I don't know why he married you. I'm doing everything I can, but... You can say whatever you want. Besides, doing it as much as you can is not enough. You have to fulfill your duty as a wife. Yes, okay. I guess it's about time for you to get off work. You're not working overtime today, are you? Hi, Allison. Yes, that's right. I'll finally be able to go home on time today. Well, that's great. Looks like you'll have plenty of chores to do. What? What's for dinner tonight? Since it's just me today, I was thinking of ordering pizza. No dinner for me? What? I thought you were having dinner with your friends, so I didn't think about your dinner. What? You're my daughter-in-law, and you didn't even prepare a meal for me? You said you didn't want dinner tonight, so I didn't think about preparing dinner for you. Hold on a second. What are you doing? You're neglecting your duty as a wife. Do you not want me to have dinner? I don't think I'm neglecting my duty. You said you didn't need it, so... As soon as my son went on a business trip, this is what happens. You just don't want to take care of me, do you? That's not true. Then prepare my dinner right away. I'm almost back home. Oh, but I was just going to order pizza. I didn't even go grocery shopping. Don't make excuses. It's a wife's duty to cook dinner for her mother-in-law, isn't it? If you're saying you're not neglecting your duty, you better make something. Do you understand? I won't forgive you if it's not done by the time I get there. Yes, okay. I'll make something with whatever I have in the fridge. You don't have to say anything else. You have so many excuses for every single thing. Or are you going to neglect me while my son is away? Aren't you ashamed of yourself as a wife? With an attitude like that, my son will be surprised when he comes home. A wife like you needs to be educated. I'm sorry. Hey, Hannah. It's long past time to get up. What are you doing? Hey, answer me. What are you doing? Oh, Allison. I'm sorry, I was asleep and didn't recognize your call. What's wrong with you this early in the morning? Are you sick? What's with that disgusting meal you had prepared last night? What? As soon as my son left, I can't believe you made me eat that disgusting food. I ate the same thing and it wasn't bad. You ate the whole thing too. I had to eat what was prepared. I've been educated to feel sorry for the farmers if I don't eat what's been prepared. I see. So here's the thought. What? I thought that since you married my son, I haven't educated you as a wife. I knew I spoiled you. You went through the trouble of calling me early in the morning to say that? What's with that tone? You're a cocky wife. I guess I need to educate you. Now, get breakfast, laundry, and cleaning done. Isn't that what a wife is supposed to do? What? It's 3 in the morning. I know. I want everything done by the time I wake up. Isn't that normal? Huh? You have to go to work, don't you? If you don't get up by this time to get ready, you won't make it in time. You know that, don't you? Well, yes. Then get up and get to it right away. I'll have you do it every day for the next week. That's your duty as a wife. Oh no, it'll interfere with my work. Work? You are the wife of this family, right? Which is more important, your work or your wife's duty? I can't compare such things. Anyway, I've decided that by the time my son comes home, I'm going to educate you. If you don't listen to me, I will ask you to leave. Well, I'm going to take a nap now. If you haven't finished everything, I will ask you to leave that house. You'll have to work hard. Are you working hard? You're not napping, are you? You've had an easy life as a wife, haven't you? I'm working as usual. I'm fine. By the way, I just received a list of things. Oh, yeah, about the list. It's a shopping list. I need you to buy some things for me on your way home from work. Bread, ketchup, beer, sugar, detergent, fabric softener, shampoo, conditioner. All that heavy stuff. I'm walking home today, so it's tough to carry it all home alone. I've checked my stock. I think I still have a little more to go. I'll drive to the store on my day off to buy some more. I say buy it today. Why do you keep making excuses every single time? It's not something you really need today, is it? Are you trying to talk back to me? You really are a cocky wife. I'm the kind of person who needs to stock up early. But I'm the one who has to do the housework with those stuff. You have nothing to worry about. I'm the one who told you to buy it for me. Just shut up and do it. That's your duty as a wife too. And what was that thing this morning? What? Breakfast was as bad as yesterday. And the laundry is all wrinkled. Oh, and my clothes have barbecue sauce stains on them. And there's a speck of dust left here and there in the room. Oh, I see. I did it in a hurry because I didn't have enough time. You're making excuses again. This is not good for you as a wife. You'll have to do it all over again when you get back.
What? All of them?
And take care of the shopping. You have to prepare dinner. Come home as soon as you're done with work. Oh, I forgot to ask you to clean the bathroom. Of course, you haven't done it yet, have you?
No, I didn't get around to cleaning the bathroom.
I know. You're too lazy to do it. Starting tomorrow, I want you to do it in the morning. I want to finish the bath before dinner.
Allison, wait a minute. I can't finish all the chores in the morning. I have to go to work. Besides, you promised to do some house chores in exchange for moving in together.
Are you making excuses again? That's why I need to educate you. Why can't you just shut up and listen to what I say?
Is this education?
Yes, it is.
Isn't it as if I am just a servant to make you comfortable?
Well, I'm surprised. You were a paranoid person too, and you're talking back to me like that?
I didn't mean to talk back to you.
Fine. I'm going to bully you to death while my son is on a business trip. Don't talk back to me no matter what I do to you.
Bullying. So it is bullying after all.
You're just being cheeky. Besides, since we live together, you are supposed to follow my instructions.
I don't agree with that. Aren't we supposed to help each other?
Helping each other? You're dreaming. I am your mother-in-law and the head of this house, so what I say is final.
Still, I think I have the right to speak up.
Right? You have no such thing as a wife. All you have to do is just shut up and listen to what I say. If you can't do that, then you don't belong in this house.
That is so unreasonable.
Unreasonable? That's the reality. Anyway, you just get the list on your way home from work. If you don't hurry, you'll have a lot of chores to do after you get home. I don't want a wife who doesn't do what I say.
I knew you were a bully. Hey, Luke. Housework?
Hey, Hannah. It's going well.
That's good to hear. Do you have a minute now? I need to talk to you about something.
Sure. I got off work early today. It's unusual for you to text me like this. Is something wrong?
As soon as you left on your business trip, your mother started talking about educating me. She woke me up at 3 a.m.
What?
She wants me to finish all the housework before I go to work.
She promised that she would do half the housework, right?
That's what I said too, but she wouldn't listen to me.
I'm so embarrassed as her son. Mom is an only child, and it's like she grew up spoiled by her family. If nobody listens to her, she'd get into a bad mood. Even my late father had a hard time with her.
Well, I kind of saw that in her. So I just came to a supermarket to do some shopping she asked me to do. Bread, ketchup, beer, sugar, detergent, fabric softener, shampoo, conditioner.
Huh? You're on foot, right? It's impossible to carry such heavy things home alone. Why is she asking you to do such thing?
It's really impossible. I told her that I'd drive on my day off to buy the stuff, but she wouldn't listen to me at all.
I'm starting to feel like my mother enjoys picking on you. I can't stand that this situation continues.
I know. I'm running out of my patience, and I'm wondering if there's anything I could do to get out of this.
I'll tell my mom really hard when I get back. Can you just bear with me a little longer? I can't allow you to suffer so much on your own.
I understand. I'm sorry for complaining when you're busy too. But I really need your help.
Hannah, you really are incompetent. I thought you'd be a more understanding wife, but I was wrong. I can't take it anymore.
What?
What do you mean, what? Why are you so inconsiderate?
What's the matter?
You haven't learned anything.
What?
No matter how much I educate you, you're still not good at housework.
Oh no, I'm trying my best.
You think? I don't want you to think you're trying. Breakfast still tastes bad. The laundry is always wrinkled. The dust in the room is still there. And the bathtub is still slick. I can't take it anymore.
I apologize that I haven't done what you wanted me to do. If that's how you feel, would you be willing to help? You don't have work. You have plenty of time.
Well, who do you think you are? You've never improved in your duties as a wife, but you're getting better at talking. If that's the way you think, I'll have you out of this house by the time my son gets home.
Why would you do that? That's outrageous.
Shut up. We don't need a bad wife. I feel sorry for my son with a wife like that. He's working so hard, even going on business trips. I want you out of this house by the end of the day.
Oh no. You want me to leave without seeing my husband?
Of course. My son will be better off. I'm sure he will be happy too. Hannah, I have good news. I hope I made it in time.
What's going on, Allison? I just got off work.
Really? I'm so glad I made it just in time.
What is it?
I packed all your stuff.
Huh?
That way you can leave right away, right? I'm such a sweet mother-in-law. Packing all by myself for my useless daughter-in-law. It was quite a lot of work, but it's done. You should be thanking me for saving you the trouble.
Are you serious? Isn't that too unreasonable? You treat me like a slave and then kicking me out of the house while I'm gone?
It's your fault, because you've never learned anything. We don't need a useless wife like that in our house. I want you to get the hell out of here before my son gets home.
That's too much.
Oh, yeah. You know that accessory case in the bedroom? I threw it away for you as well.
What?
Don't worry. I packed the accessories box in a cardboard box.
What a thing to do. Those are my precious accessories in there.
Oh, really? They were all kind of dirty accessories, so I got rid of them myself. Oh, by the way, there was one ring in there.
It's my wedding ring. You didn't throw that ring away, did you?
I'm holding it in my hand right now.
Good.
But you don't need this anymore.
What do you mean?
Because you're leaving this house. Doesn't that mean you're out of my son's life?
I have no intention of doing that.
Even if you don't intend to do that, that's what's going to happen.
That is a precious ring that I chose with my husband. Please don't ever throw it away.
Oh, wait a second.
What's wrong?
No, I'm upstairs in your bedroom. The moment I opened the window, the ring flew away.
What? My precious ring? It's terrible. Too terrible.
Because it slipped out of my hand. It can't be helped. And since you don't need it, you should be grateful that I threw it away.
I'll hate you for the rest of my life.
Don't say such terrible thing. This all happened because you were useless in the first place, didn't it? If you really need it, come home and go look for it yourself.
It's already dark outside. If you threw it away intentionally, it's almost impossible to find it. I can't believe you would do this on purpose.
Oh, you don't need to be so angry. It's your fault for not fulfilling your duties as a wife. Don't make excuses and make an effort to find it for yourself. If you had just done what I told you to do, none of this would have happened.
There's no way I can let this go. Aren't you even a little sorry?
Sorry? There's no need for that. I'm going out with my friends now, so you get out while I'm gone. You got that? I'm home. Mom, what are you doing? What? Why are you here? I thought you were going away for a week. Why are you back so early? I finished earlier than I was supposed to. Oh, yeah? So what did you do to my wife? I didn't do anything. I'm just waiting for her to get home from work. Oh, wow. I just found my wife's wedding ring on the street, right outside of her bedroom. What? Why would her wedding ring be on the side of the road when she's not there? I don't know. Maybe she dropped it out of the window in her sleep because she's so dumb? Of course not. Mom, tell me the truth. What did you do to my wife? What did I do? I just cleaned up the bedroom and tidied up. I thought you'd be too busy with work to clean every nook and cranny. I appreciate that. But why did her wedding ring fall out of the window? So, maybe she dropped it? I told you I don't know. Then what's with a pile of cardboard boxes at the front door? It's that her clothes were all over the place, so I put them together in a cardboard box for her. Surprised she bought that many clothes, huh? Mom, stop playing dumb. You took advantage of my absence and treated her like a servant, didn't you? I didn't do that. I was just trying to educate her. You know, these days, wives are so busy with work, they can't even do their chores. I was just trying to make her a wife you could be proud of while you were gone. It's none of your business. My wife has been doing the housework without complaining, no matter how busy she is. To be honest, she's much faster and more attentive than you. How dare you say that to your mother? That's rude. What's with the wife education? Don't be ridiculous. Mom, where are you? Stop hiding and come out. You're mad at me. I don't want to come out. Of course not. That's how you have been bullying my wife all these years. Maybe things went your way at your house, but this isn't your house. Things don't always go your way. What you've done to my wife is unforgivable. I didn't do anything wrong. I wanted her to be a useful wife. She is much better at housework than you are, and you were trying to get rid of her while I was gone? No, she said she couldn't take it anymore, that she was leaving home, so I helped her pack. That's enough. I know everything. I know you've been telling her what to do since the day I left on my business trip. You were just bullying her. I didn't mean to bully her. Huh? How dare you say that while throwing away her wedding ring? You treated my wife like a servant. I can't forgive you for treating my wife like a servant and trying to kick her out at the end of the day. Wait a minute. I didn't mean to do that. Then what did you mean to do? I was lonely. With your father gone, you, my only son, got married, and I had no one to take care of me. That's why you moved in with us. I knew how lonely you were. My wife agreed for you to move in with us so that you wouldn't feel lonely. And this is what you do after that? I didn't mean to do that. I didn't want her to take you away from me. I'm married now. I won't always be your only son. But I'm all alone. I didn't have anyone to talk to, and I missed you every day. If only you were here. I'm sick of it. We've decided to leave this house. Oh no, I'm sorry. I apologize and forgive me, please. Hannah, where are you? Why didn't you tell me my son was coming home? Because of you, my son is mad at me. He says he's leaving home. Do something about it. It's your fault we're in this mess. Oh, Allison, maybe there's nothing you can do about it. We're a married couple, so we report to each other every day what happened that day. Even when he's on a business trip? Of course, we have smartphones now. If we can't call each other on the phone, we can text each other. You also text like you're doing right now, right? Oh no, you made my son angry, didn't you?
That can't be helped, can it? From my point of view, you did a terrible thing. You have no idea how hard it was for me.
My son wants to leave home. You have to convince him.
I told you I'm not leaving my husband. You told me to leave, so I'm leaving the house with him tomorrow. You packed my bags and saved me a lot of trouble. Thank you.
Hey, what are you talking about? You're my daughter-in-law, right? Do your duty. Convince my son.
I am a useless wife, aren't I? That's why the house doesn't need me, right?
It just came out of my mouth.
Just came out of your mouth? Do you know how much I was hurt by your words? Please learn that words can hurt people.
Well, it was my fault, so please convince my son.
I can't. My husband and I have been talking about it for the past few days, and we've made a decision. Besides, my husband said he can't go along with your selfishness.
How dare you talk to me like that, you ungrateful bastard?
Please, say whatever you like. No matter what you say, no matter how much you beg, I don't think we will ever go back to that house. That's how angry my husband is. I just got a text from him.
What? What is he saying?
A wedding ring was thrown away on the road next to the house. He said it was probably you who did that.
No, it fell out of the window.
Don't be silly. How could the ring fall out of the window? I had it in my trinket case. It was you who took it out without permission and threw it out on purpose, wasn't it?
Because I thought that if I threw away the wedding ring, you would give up and leave.
That's what you were thinking?
That's not what I meant, because I thought you would listen to me.
No more excuses.
Yes.
You have been making excuses all day. No matter what you say, it won't erase the fact that you treated me like a servant, and you finally threw away my wedding ring.
I'm so sorry. I apologize. Hannah, forgive me.
It's too late. I've endured your bullying ever since we got married, but I've reached my limit. My husband seems to feel the same way.
No, don't say that. I'll change. I'll change my mind from now on, so please forgive me.
I can't.
But you're already near home, aren't you? You're on your way to the house, right? Please come home and stay.
That's what I was going to do. My husband is furious and he doesn't want to see you. I'm not going back.
What do you mean?
I think we will go back to my parents' house today and tell them everything. Tomorrow, I will go back to pick up my belongings again. So please, just keep them for one day.
Your parents' house? Tell them everything? Don't say that. Don't leave me alone. Please tell my son.
I told him, but it doesn't seem to change his mind. We're going back to my parents' house. I'm going to tell my parents everything you've done to us.
Wait! Please don't do this. I'll change from now on. I won't bully you again.
It's too late. I don't believe your apology.
I'm really sorry. I will try to get you guys to forgive me. Please, help me.
Please make the effort yourself. We've had enough of your selfishness.
Please, please, don't leave me alone. Without my son, I feel really alone and lonely.
That loneliness is the result of your own actions. If you want your son to come back, please convince him yourself.
Oh no! Please help me! Hannah!
No. Well then, goodbye. After that, Allison was left all alone. She was isolated from her neighbors and no one would visit her. The house was as quiet as if it were in ruins. I heard that sometimes she could be seen looking out of the window looking sad. She seems to be depressed, and there's nothing she can do about it.
Every day, she spends her time with vacant eyes, waiting for someone to visit her. My husband and I have started a new life and having a happy life together. This whole thing has strengthened my bond with my husband. We will continue to work together as a couple and maintain a happy family.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!